Imagine if Lamborghini had designed a Miura to go off-road, rally racing in the mud and dirt. That's essentially what you have here. The Lancia Stratos. This is a 1/18 scale car. It's beautifully done by Kyosho. That little piece of electrical tape, the Kapton tape, is what I used to put the antenna away when it's not being displayed. Among several features, I put the rearview mirrors on this car. I got it, they were both broken off. I made them from scratch. You can kind of sort of tell they're not exactly great, but they work. Copper tape instead of reflective, instead of normal silver stuff. Pop-up headlights on this thing work. That's pretty cool. One of the features that is no longer accessible with this model, I bought it and I rebuilt it and fixed it, is the front no longer opens. The spare tire and whatnot are pretty much closed off. I got it, it was broken. It did, I'm pretty sure it was meant to open. In any case, it's definitely not opening anymore. I wanted to rebuild it and have it sit not looking damaged, and so that's how it sits now. This model is incredible in terms of the interior detail and all the little small features. Look at that. Had this thing for about 20 years. Bought it out of Exotic Car from Framingham, Massachusetts. They were still around. If you look at the detail on this thing, it is absolutely superb. Apologize, it's pretty dusty. Should have dusted it off before. Does not have a functioning suspension, even though it almost looks it. Little clips, just like on the old Burgo F40. The antenna I made. Again, that's another thing that was missing when I got it. So it's a Stratos HF. This is a nice little feature. Check this out. Mud flaps that actually have chains holding them up. It's an incredible car. When I was a kid, this was, I'm 40, in the early 80s. This was still a legend, and my cousin had one, and one of my first memories of playing with the die-cast cars, playing with the 1/43 scale version of this. It was like a dark red, and I don't know who made it. Maybe Burgo, maybe Corgi or something, who knows. It was back in Slovakia. And I made a little Play-Doh man, and then I put him inside, because the door's open, I put him inside, and of course the Play-Doh got lodged and stuck inside the car, and I remember my cousin being pretty pissed at me and cleaning it out with toothpick and Q-tips, and but it's a pretty fun memory. And I just fell in love with this car, and of course I have my reasons why I like it, but it is rally legend, and it's a car that has never really been replicated. I know later on Audi would rewrite the whole game on rally car racing, and all-wheel drive became a thing. This was the last of the wild and crazy rear drive, rear-engined, just absolute beasts. Love the way the real thing sounds. I've never seen a real one. Watched plenty of YouTube videos. I've never actually been in the presence of a real Stratos. It's nice to have one in this scale so you can really appreciate it. I do have a bunch of Hot Wheels as well, but again, this scale lends itself very well to a car with this much detail. 1/18 scale is probably my favorite scale because it's not absurdly huge, but just big enough where you can see all the details. And again, this I made removable once I fixed it, or made a new one, I guess I should say. And pop-up headlights. Pick yourself one up. They're probably getting kind of pricey, but I bought mine at Exotic Car. It was mangled and broken, and I spent some time fixing it, and I love it. I wouldn't want a perfect one at this point. I kind of made this one on my own and put a lot of work into it and cleaned it up.